Let's face it, we live in a world obsessed with convenience. Our supermarket shelves are overflowing with ready-to-eat meals, brightly colored snacks, and beverages promising to quench our thirst. These ultra-processed foods have become staples in our diets, often replacing fresh, whole foods. What we fail to realize is that this convenience comes at a cost: our health. Recent studies have sounded the alarm on the dangers lurking within these tempting treats. Ultra-processed foods, laden with artificial ingredients, excessive sugar, and unhealthy fats, have been linked to a myriad of health problems, including obesity, heart disease, and even cancer. Now, new research adds another chilling item to this list: an increased risk of stroke. The study revealed that individuals who regularly consume ultra-processed foods face a significantly higher risk of suffering a stroke compared to those who prioritize whole, unprocessed foods. It's time to take a long, hard look at our pantries and refrigerators. The first step towards protecting ourselves is awareness. The study, conducted over several years, involved a large sample size, lending significant weight to its findings. Researchers meticulously tracked the dietary habits of participants and found a direct correlation between the consumption of ultra-processed foods and the incidence of stroke. Participants who consumed the highest amounts of ultra-processed foods exhibited an 8% increased risk of experiencing a stroke compared to those who consumed the least. This percentage, while seemingly small, translates to a significant public health concern when considering the widespread prevalence of these foods in modern diets. Furthermore, the study revealed an even more alarming trend. Those who indulged in ultra-processed foods were also found to have a 16% increased risk of developing cognitive issues, including dementia. It's time to prioritize real, whole foods and break free from the clutches of processed convenience. Navigating the vast landscape of food choices can feel overwhelming, especially when trying to decipher which foods are truly healthy. Thankfully, a system known as the NOVA classification provides a valuable tool for understanding the level of processing involved in the foods we consume. Developed by researchers at the University of Sao Paulo in Brazil, the NOVA system categorizes all foods into 4 groups based on the extent and purpose of processing they undergo. This system goes beyond simply reading nutrition labels, offering a deeper understanding of how industrial processing affects the quality and healthfulness of our food. The 4 NOVA food groups are as follows. 1. Unprocessed or minimally processed foods. This group encompasses natural or minimally altered foods like fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, meat, poultry, fish, and eggs. These foods form the foundation of a healthy diet. 2. Processed culinary ingredients. This category includes ingredients derived from Group 1 foods through processes like pressing, drying, grinding, or milling. Examples include oils, butter, sugar, salt, and honey. 3. Processed foods. This group comprises foods created by adding sugar, salt, fat, or other Group 2 ingredients to Group 1 foods. 4. Ultra-processed foods. This category encompasses industrially produced formulations made from substances extracted from foods or synthesized in laboratories. To further illustrate the NOVA system, let's consider some common examples of foods within each category. Group 1, unprocessed or minimally processed foods. Fruits like apples, bananas, berries, oranges. Vegetables such as broccoli, spinach, carrots, tomatoes. Grains including brown rice, quinoa, oats. Legumes like lentils, chickpeas, black beans. Meat and poultry such as chicken breasts, salmon, ground beef, and whole eggs. Group 2, processed culinary ingredients. Oils like olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, unsalted butter. Sugars such as honey, maple syrup. Salts like sea salt, Himalayan salt. And vinegars including apple cider vinegar, balsamic vinegar. Group 3, processed foods. Canned fruits like peaches and syrup, pineapple chunks. Cheeses such as cheddar cheese, mozzarella cheese. Breads like whole wheat bread, sourdough bread, and smoked meats including smoked salmon, bacon. Group 4, ultra-processed foods. Sugary drinks such as soda, fruit juices, energy drinks. Packaged snacks like potato chips, cookies, candy. Breakfast cereals including sugary cereals, granola bars, reconstituted meat products like chicken nuggets, hot dogs, and ready-to-eat meals such as frozen dinners, instant noodles. By understanding these classifications, you can make more informed choices about the foods you consume. Aim to prioritize foods from Groups 1 and 2 while limiting your intake of foods from Groups 3 and 4. While the convenience of ultra-processed foods is undeniable, their impact on our health is far from benign. A closer look at the key culprits in ultra-processed foods reveals a cocktail of ingredients designed to enhance flavor, extend shelf life, and most importantly, maximize profits, often at the expense of our well-being. One of the most significant issues with ultra-processed foods lies in their nutritional void. Stripped of their natural fiber, vitamins, and minerals during processing, these foods offer little nutritional value. Moreover, the processing methods employed in their creation often generate harmful byproducts, such as trans fats, which have been linked to heart disease and other chronic illnesses. This flavor manipulation is achieved through the addition of artificial sweeteners, flavor enhancers, and other additives, creating a hyper-palatable product that overrides our natural satiety cues and encourages overconsumption. Among the many culprits lurking within ultra-processed foods, sugar reigns supreme. Added in alarming quantities to enhance flavor and create addictive properties, sugar is a master of disguise, often hiding under various names on ingredient lists. This overabundance of sugar in our diets has devastating consequences for our health. When consumed in excess, sugar overwhelms our body's natural metabolic processes, leading to a cascade of negative effects. Insulin resistance, a key driver of type 2 diabetes, is a common consequence of chronic sugar overload. Furthermore, excess sugar consumption contributes significantly to weight gain, particularly the accumulation of visceral fat, which surrounds our vital organs and increases the risk of heart disease, stroke, and certain types of cancer. This addictive quality makes it challenging to break free from the cycle of sugar cravings and overconsumption, further perpetuating the negative health consequences. While sugar often takes center stage in discussions about the dangers of ultra-processed foods, salt, another ubiquitous ingredient, deserves equal attention. Sodium, the main component of salt, plays an essential role in regulating fluid balance and nerve function in our bodies. However, when consumed in excess, sodium can wreak havoc on our health, particularly our cardiovascular system. Ultra-processed foods are notorious for their high sodium content, often exceeding the recommended daily intake in a single serving. This excess sodium disrupts the delicate balance of fluids in our bodies, leading to water retention and increased blood volume. Over time, this chronic elevation in blood pressure, known as hypertension, damages blood vessels and increases the risk of heart attack, stroke, and other cardiovascular events. One of the most alarming aspects of ultra-processed foods is the sheer number of artificial ingredients they contain. These synthetic additives, often listed on ingredient labels as unpronounceable chemical names, serve a variety of purposes, from enhancing flavor and color to extending shelf life and improving texture. However, the long-term health effects of many of these artificial ingredients remain largely unknown, raising concerns about their potential impact on our well-being. Artificial sweeteners, often touted as healthier alternatives to sugar, have come under intense scrutiny in recent years. Studies have linked some artificial sweeteners to a range of health issues, including gut dysbiosis, metabolic disruptions, and even an increased risk of certain cancers. Artificial colors, used to enhance the visual appeal of processed foods, have also been linked to adverse health effects, particularly in children. Studies have suggested a connection between artificial food dyes and behavioral problems, such as hyperactivity and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. The long-term health effects of many of these additives remain poorly understood, raising concerns about their potential impact on our gut health, immune system, and overall well-being. While the immediate effects of consuming ultra-processed foods may not always be apparent, these dietary choices can silently wreak havoc on our bodies over time, fueling a chronic state of inflammation that sets the stage for a host of chronic diseases. Inflammation, a natural immune response designed to protect our bodies from injury and infection, becomes problematic when it persists over extended periods, transforming from a protective mechanism into a destructive force. Ultra-processed foods, laden with refined carbohydrates, unhealthy fats, and artificial ingredients, are known culprits in promoting inflammation throughout the body. These dietary components disrupt the delicate balance of our gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria residing in our intestines that play a crucial role in immune function, nutrient absorption, and overall health. Chronic inflammation, fueled by the consumption of ultra-processed foods, sets the stage for a wide range of chronic diseases, including heart disease, type 2 diabetes, autoimmune disorders, and even certain types of cancer. Breaking free from the clutches of ultra-processed foods may seem daunting, especially given their pervasiveness in our modern food environment. However, reclaiming your health and transitioning to a diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods is entirely achievable with a few simple steps. By making gradual changes and adopting a mindful approach to eating, you can break free from the cycle of processed food dependence and prioritize your well-being. Start by reading food labels carefully and becoming familiar with the NOVA food classification system. Aim to fill your shopping cart with foods from groups 1 and 2, while limiting or avoiding foods from groups 3 and 4. Embrace the art of cooking at home, using fresh, whole ingredients to create delicious and nutritious meals. Cooking at home allows you to control the quality of ingredients and avoid the hidden dangers lurking within processed foods. Plan your meals and snacks in advance to avoid impulsive decisions that often lead to unhealthy choices. Seek out support from friends, family, or a healthcare professional to stay motivated and accountable on your journey towards a healthier lifestyle. The evidence is clear: ultra-processed foods pose a significant threat to our health, increasing our risk of stroke, cognitive decline, and a myriad of other chronic diseases. While the convenience and allure of these foods are undeniable, we must prioritize our well-being by making informed choices about what we put into our bodies. Every meal is an opportunity to nourish ourselves, and by choosing whole, unprocessed foods, we invest in our present and future health. Shifting our focus from processed convenience to whole food nourishment requires a conscious effort to reconnect with our food, understanding where it comes from, how it's prepared, and the impact it has on our bodies.